All right, here we are back again working on another yellow Hobie. Today's video, we're gonna be working on my new Hobie Pro Angler 14. I say new, it's new to me. It's a 2018 Hobie Pro Angler 14. My first mod to my new boat, we're gonna be installing the new BOONEDOX landing gear. Now this is the new groovy landing gear that they've got out now. It has the big old C-tug wheels. These things are supposed to be awesome. I've never installed one of these before, so today we're gonna unbox it right here in the video and we're gonna do a full installation together. Stick around. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's TJ. Welcome to Kayak USA. Today, like I said before, we're gonna be installing this BOONEDOX kit on my new Hobie Pro Angler. This is the Hobie PA kit. So they've got 3 different kits when you order one of these BOONEDOX gears. They've got a standard, a Hobie PA kit, and a track mount kit. I went with the Hobie PA kit, so it should be an easy installation. We've got to drill a couple of holes, and I think we got to move the H-rails out of the way for a little while. But other than that, I think it should go pretty smooth. Either way, we're going to figure out how to do this right here together in this video. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to the bench and unbox this thing. All right, this thing ain't too heavy at all, so that's good. I was worried that it was going to add extra weight to the back of the boat. I don't think it weighs much at all. So let's pop it open and see what they look like. I wanted one of these really bad for my last kayak, and good Lord, and I never really pulled the trigger to buy them. Look at the size of the wheels. So these are the C-tug wheels. It says C-tug right there. And they've got like this rubber coating on the outside of them. The inside's the hard plastic, but the outside's that kind of soft, rubbery, you can kind of squish the treads right there. That's pretty sick right there. Man, those things are a lot bigger than I thought. That's my hand next to it. That's nuts. So we got a couple of those. Let me set these to the side. A lot of instructions. Let's pull out this thing. So this is the track that goes all the way across the back, it looks like. Looks like it's powder coated. It's just got a regular T-track in it. And I believe this is what goes all the way across. Just gonna pile everything over to the side. And these are wrapped. Am I gonna have to cut that? Nah. That's one side right there. And these have the T-tracks all the way around them too. That's pretty neat. So I'm gonna stand that up there. This is the same thing. This thing should be pretty simple. There's another one. This is for the other side. And then you got your, I guess you would call them axles maybe, I don't know. And everything's packaged pretty well, it looks like. So this is what I was concerned about, how thick it was, and it looks pretty thick. So this isn't just a thin like conduit. This is a pretty thick pipe, and it's got a cap over here. You can tell you got your pins for where your wheels go on. So I'm assuming the wheels just slide right on, and you put a pin on both ends, and then you got your axle. And then this here is what slides in and out of the sides. Should just slide right in there. Yep, just like that. So anyway, we'll figure it out as we go. Let's get this thing installed. All right, so that first part wasn't too bad. All I did there was just unhook the H rails from each side, kind of swung them out of the way. It even says in the instructions, you don't have to take off your rudder cables or nothing like that. You can just undo the front bolt and the back bolt and just kind of pivot them out of the way so you can get here. And everything else you just seen me do was just me kind of mocking everything up. Nothing is tightened down yet because we still got to find the location to drill our 4 holes to get these backing plates up under the side. So that's what we're going to do next. My plan is to just tape these up here on top, find the perfect center. Make sure that you're not, because you've got some screws coming in through this little pouch on the side here, screws going into the side of the boat here, and then you got your H rail back here, and you can kind of see where it mounts from the fade of the plastic right here. So we're going to stay in between those, that way we don't interfere with any other screws that are inside the boat. Get it lined up, mark our holes, drill our holes, and then figure out how we're going to get the backs on there and screw everything down. So we won't tighten anything up on the actual BOONEDOX, this track system, until we get everything locked down on the sides, and then we'll kind of do the final measuring and stuff like that. So let's do that now. I'm going to slide this kind of out of the way for now, and we're going to mark our holes to drill. And then we're going to drill some holes in my new kayak. I always hate drilling holes in my new boat. All right, I'm gonna stop right there and show you guys what I'm doing so you don't get too confused. If you are watching this to learn how to do it, now, by no means am I making this video to teach people how to do this. Like I said at the beginning, I've never installed one, so I'm kind of just doing it with you guys here on the channel. But what I'm doing is I've got a piece of paracord that I tied a nut on the end. Now this nut didn't come with the kit or nothing. This is just a nut I had in a drawer. You can use a washer or whatever, just something that won't pull through the hole on the plate or the hole on the kayak. So what I'm doing is I'm feeding this paracord through this front hole, just like this, and then I'm pulling it out through the little porthole in the back here. And then I'm gonna feed it through this hole on the backing plate. Then we pull the backing plate back up towards this hole by pulling this paracord. And what it does is we're able to pull this hole straight up, lined up and even with this hole. And what it does is it lines up our other hole. So I'm then able to take the bolt, thread it through this backing plate through this side, and then once this is threaded in, it holds the plate in place so we can pull the paracord back out, and we don't have to try to get our arms all the way up in here and try to hold it up and stuff like that. This little trick makes it really easy. I actually used a trick similar to this years ago in my anchor trolley installation on my Vibe Seaghost 130. It's an older video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it right here, but it works really well when you're trying to get to one end of the boat. Those hard to reach places that you can't get to, this little trick right here does the thing. So I'm gonna finish up. We're gonna finish pulling this plate through, get it installed. Then I'm gonna bolt everything on. And before we tighten everything down, I'm gonna make some quick measurements and stuff like that. And then we'll test out this BOONEDOX kit. I can't believe that I am already finished with this. I had this built up to be such a big project in my head, and it really wasn't. This was super easy. As you can see, I went ahead and put together that little bungee they send, and I'll give you some up close footage of it here in just a minute, but all this little bungee does is keeps your wheels from coming apart and you losing one of them or something like that, which they're in there really good. I don't think I will ever really use this thing. I just kind of stuck it on here to show you guys what it's for. So I'll take this off real quick and we'll pop it down. But the friction on these is way better than I thought it was. So this little square pin on the end of the axle here slides so snug down in there that the slightest little bit of pressure up or down, it's not coming out. So, I watched a lot of videos on guys who use these, and they say they never lock them down or nothing like that because of the friction is so good. And I can tell it really is, man. That worked out really well. So let me come on this side so you guys can see it. So you just kind of lift up on it just a hair. You pull it out. We rotate it down to this level here and throw it in. Do the same thing to the other side. And I kind of want to take it off the stand to show you guys how it rolls. But I'm by myself. I might have to get some help so I don't tear anything up unless I can, hold on. Let me see if I can finagle this thing out. Oh, I'm running into my lawnmower. What I better do first is take out my Mirage Drive before I go tearing it up. Let me set this to the side here. Now we should be safe. I'm just gonna slide it off my cart. I believe this BOONEDOX is gonna set it up pretty high. Slide my cart out. Oh yeah, check that out. That is like butter. I hope y'all can see it on screen. I've only got so much room in here. Let me back the camera up for you. How's that? Is that better? It picks it up so high, so when we do put a motor on the back, we're gonna have plenty of leverage back there to move this thing around. Now the trick is, can I get this thing back on the cart while using the BOONEDOX? Let's try it. Let's just try it. So I'm gonna back it here. We might not be able to do this. Get my cart lined up, which is not. We can do it. There we go. Look at that, we did it. If you haven't seen the video where I made this cart, it's on my homepage, y'all can go check it out. That's a DIY cart. It works perfect for holding your kayak when you're rigging it and stuff in your garage. But here we go. Pull them out, stow them up. They're out of the way. I can still fit any size crate I want in the back. I love it. And I've also got some balloon wheels that I may try out on here to replace these C-Tugs. I don't know. I want to try these out first though. And just like that, we have finished our first mod on the new Hobie. It was a lot easier than I thought. This thing, if you're thinking about adding one of these to your kayak and you're worried that it might be too complicated, don't worry about it. This was super easy to install. It went on, if I wasn't filming, I could have probably installed this whole thing in about 15 or 20 minutes. It was super easy. We've got a lot more mods coming for this, so if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of videos like this over on my homepage. You're welcome to go check them out. I'm sure you'll find something there you like if you like DIY stuff for kayaks. I've got a marine mat deck system ordered for this. It should be here within the next few days. We're going to do a full install of that, and then we're going to move on to the motor, the wiring, the lights, the Lowrance. Well, I'm probably not going to do Lowrance on this kayak. I'm looking at a few other options. If you've got any suggestions for my new kayak, hit me up in the comments. If I like it and it's feasible for me to do, I will jump on it and we'll do a DIY video for it right here on the channel. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Peace.